Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on the Crew 2 beta, continuing our road trip across America. Last time out we did everything from racing powerboats to taking various cars down a ski jump, and this is where we start today. You might notice some differences with my Mustang. In between kind of recordings, I did a live stream on this game, played around a little bit more. I'm kind of enjoying, like, the Crew 2 is nowhere near perfect, and there are a bunch of issues that I could easily think of. However, that all being said, much like with Test Drive Unlimited 2, I'm kind of just having fun. I'm kind of just having fun with this game. So, yeah, the Mustang looks a little bit different in terms of kind of visual stuff. There's a fairly decent amount of customization options, actually, in terms of, certainly in terms of the vehicles that I've played around with. We've got a mighty wing, we've got a supercharger sticking out the bonnet, we've got sort of all high-end downforce bits around the place, because more canards is more good, I believe. And there is a full-on livery editor, somewhat akin to the Forza one. It's slightly more fiddly to use, but there we go. Oh, there are some other people here. There's an RX-7, hello, and a bike. How are you doing? So the beta is quite surprisingly open with the vehicles that it'll allow you to buy. For example, I went around and got some money to buy this. Yes, I have got my hot rod. I am happy. I got my hot rod with a mighty... Look at the wing on the back of it. I mean, this is some serious scaffolding work. Oh, and also you have the boot sort of propped open for, I think, radiators of some description. That's what they look like anyway. It's mad. Yes, if I was building this sensibly, I wouldn't build it like this because it looks stupid. However, this is me building cars, and the entire purpose of me building cars is to make them as silly as possible, and I think I've fit that criteria pretty damn well. I don't actually know if I'm going in the right direction. I have an objective today. Ooh, is that what I think that... Ah, okay. Sorry, I'll get back to that in a second. My objective, we're going to head off towards Chicago. There is a... We're going to do this event, the Chicago Boy Smash. We might go and visit... we'll see how we're doing. We might go and visit the Little Eagle Speedrome before heading onwards on our journey towards the Pro Racing HQ, all the way over in New York. So, yeah, we'll set a waypoint. Now, I did, last videos I did on this, complain a little bit about the teleporting. Now, there is not the same old teleporting system that let you teleport to whatever road you might have driven along. However, you can teleport to any event, even if it's in a place that you haven't been to. You can also teleport to these sort of like targets. So if somebody's done a jump across this bridge, for example, I can now teleport to that to challenge it. So while teleporting to roads doesn't happen, I can teleport in other ways. It's a different system, but it's, yeah, I mean, I kind of prefer the teleporting to roads, but never mind. The reason why I got very excited about suddenly finding a little kind of coffee stand. So there is a bunch of... Oh, brakes! Hello! There's a bunch of like photo opportunities, and these actually pay pretty well if you can find the various bits and pieces. One of them, take a photo next to the Statue of Liberty. This one, for example, was take a photo next to the Meritage Espresso bar. Apparently this is going to be a guy shivering in my picture, but there we go. It's an easy way to make money if you happen to spot the location, so I'll take the 15,000 money. I want to say dollars, I'm not sure if that's correct, but there we go. 15,000 for that. Not too shabby. No, not too shabby if I do say so myself. I don't know how many of them there are around the place. I've come across a few just accidentally. Yeah, decent-ish way of making money. Money has been is an interesting... Oh, there's just a plane buzzing around overhead. Yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about in this game. Car prices... Oh, there's another photo opportunity. You'll only do all of these once and so on, but you're probably a good few $100,000 in all of that. Anyway, car prices are a bit strange. Let's talk about car prices on here. They're kind of... It's kind of done by tier of vehicle more than vehicle value. I mean, this hot rod, for example, was $130,000. It is... It's about the same as, I think, an RX-7 is about $130,000 as well on here. And cars like sort of mid-tier supercars, you're looking at $500,000. Some cars, there's a classic Mercedes 300 SL It's not the convertible one that you get in Forza that I really like. Forgotten the name of it. But one of those is like 180,000, which seems odd. But then you get some very, very expensive vehicle. I think it's a Camaro ZL1 is like 400,000. Or something like that. So, oh, found a floating lamppost. Special magic lampposts. But, yeah, car prices are a little bit strange, and bikes are very, very expensive as well. If you, whoopsie daisy, hello Ford. If you are into your bikes, yeah, they are not cheap on here. I'm doing all of the photo spotting. This is now a photography road trip because that looks like a thing that will get us some money. I think that's a coyote. Is it? Oh, are you not what you want? Not what we wanted. You look like a coyote. Oh. I found the thumbnail image! Yes! Perfect! Oh, this is why I love this game. Like, I care very little for the actual racing side of things. It's just fun going exploring and messing around, and there aren't that many games that get it better, and especially with all of now the new options, the new stuff, the new ways you can go exploring and messing around with all the different vehicles. Yeah, kind of works. I don't know what the Spirited one is for, but there we go. We've got some, again, more interesting scenery, more interesting roads for us to drive along. We're going to be set on the motorway now. I might have spoken too soon. It's a pretty area of America that we have ended up in. I guess we'll find out how fast the hot rod goes. Anyway, as I was saying before we got distracted by a entertainingly derpy wildlife, vehicles in their pricing, they are expensive. However, money doesn't seem to be too terrible at the moment from what I can tell. I mean, when I was trying to get this hot rod, of course, we've only got a few events unlocked in the beta, which means you're going to end up grinding through the same races again and again. But in a couple of minutes, you can get about we can do a $14,000 race in about 2 minutes, depending on how fast your vehicle is, and of course, every time you go through, you're going to be getting more parts. Your vehicle's going to be getting faster each time, basically. The parts that you get from winning races are, I believe, guaranteed to be better than parts you currently have, so your car is always getting faster. So yeah, I mean, okay, sure, I was grinding out the same race again and again. That was primarily because that's just the stuff that we have unlocked, and it didn't take me too long to get to this hot rod. Admittedly, the hot rod is a little bit cheaper. However, when we have access to, you know, a proper, you know, a full events list, you know, have access to everything that's going to go on, and I'm sure there'll be championships that are going to be paying out far more than just individual races. At the moment, it doesn't look like money is going to be too bad, but cars are expensive, so I will kind of have to reserve judgment a little bit on that. I can't, you know, say too much about that sort of stuff, as, yeah, we just don't know as of yet. Certainly the photos are a nice way of getting a bit of money. I don't know if you're going to have other sort of side distractions to be doing. Traffic-wise, on motorways, it's a little bit sparse, shall we say, the traffic around it. How fast can I get my hot red? 170 looks like all it's going to do. Got about a gears almost here. Yeah, traffic-wise, it's a little bit sparse. Oh, I can't actually see over my wing. It's a problem. Problems. I can't see. The mighty wing's too mighty. Going downhill with this wing on your hot rod, not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. I've never had a mighty wing so mighty you couldn't see where you were going. I also have no idea what that little car symbol means down there. I think that means an event that we probably can't do, but I'm going to have a quick investigate. What does it mean? Are you going to tell me, game, from this view? Oh, you're not going to tell me, are you? I think... I'll go past Yellowstone. I think it means it's an event that we probably can't do at the moment. You need to be a certain level to do a lot of events. You know, kind of fair enough. You'd expect that to be progression. And the beta, you're capped out at rookie, so you only get the basic stuff. Yeah. Money, I'll be curious to see how things end up. Ooh, hello, traffic. Let's try and not smack into the back of the... whatever generic minivan that is. Apparently there's a buffalo somewhere around here. I'm not sure quite where. we're on a motorway going at 140, and our driver's managed to, well, they're not even a driver, like we've got a spotter, we've got a secret spotter somewhere, has managed to spy a buffalo in a distant field, thinking that we are going to be able to stop and take a photo of it. Oh, that's fine, around this bit. Okay, I was hoping for a slightly more exciting journey, but apparently we're going to be all on the motorway. That's fine. We didn't carry the lampposts along with us, so it's kind of a useful thing. On the subject of cars, upgrading is something that I'm still not a fan of. However, somebody did comment on one of the previous videos about the way the upgrade system works that does make me a little bit happier with it. Does make it a little bit more tolerable as well. So, as we talked about before, I'll just go to the pause menu briefly to show you this stuff. The performance for stuff is done via the card system that we had, for example, in the original Crew game. However, the cards can be shared between vehicles of the same category. So, for example, the street race, or whatever this category is called, this and my Mustang will share parts. So if I do races with the Mustang and you get upgrade parts, the old parts aren't useless. They can then go on your secondary cars. So, like my Hot Rod, for example, it starts off with level 65 bits, and because this was an old part I had on the Mustang, these are all old parts I had on the Mustang, I can then go and put them onto this. And again, as far as I've experienced, I believe whenever you complete an event, whenever you complete a race or so on, the part... Why does that put that in first gear? I don't know. The parts you get are always better than, or I think equal to, your current level of... I guess if you max everything out, it'll have to be then equal to. But basically, you're guaranteed to get better parts than the one that you have, which means you only ever need one car in a category to be maxed out, and then you can very, very quickly max another car out if you want to use it. So, if I get the Mustang up to top level, and then I go and buy a new car, whatever vehicle that might be, I can then go and very quickly max that one out. Unlike in other games that have used this, unlike in the Crew 1, for example, you wanted to max something out, you spent forever finding whatever, sort of little stunts, little things that you had to do to get the parts that would work for that car. Unlike in these with Payback, where it's again all mostly tied to individual vehicles. As I said, the Crew so far seems to give me enough parts, and being able to share them easily across cars makes life much easier. I would still prefer... Oh, that's going to be a rock. But I would still much prefer to have a proper, mechanical upgrade shop where you go and buy bits for the vehicle and upgrade it like that. However, of the ones that we have seen do this method, the Crew 2 is looking, and again I can only say from what I've played so far with this, but it's looking to be the better of the options. If it's going to do it, at least it's not too much of an arsehole about it. At least the other, the old parts can have use, and you can share them across cars, and it means that you're going to be able to experiment, hopefully, playing around with all sorts more different vehicles and have them be competitive. Still don't like it in anything, but there we go. Sat-nav, well, I guess the sat-nav decided we're going in a plane now. Oh, can't go. I'll try to go underneath that and then up. Thank you. Why is the sat-nav just given up? I know we've got access to lots of vehicles, but why has the sat-nav just given up and decided we're going... Sure, I guess we're going to go fly the plane. I was going to do a little bit more plane. I've kind of done sort of boat stuff. We've kind of done... Shall we go have a look at Greasy over here? What are you driving? I'm presuming you're driving on the road somewhere over there, or are you parked? Just go buzz a random player. Oh, you're in like a pause menu. God damn it, we're going to buzz it. That's not worked, has it? Guess we're going to fly around here. Ooh, big power station over there. Yeah, like the plane side of this game, I guess, is good for travelling around. There are some faster planes as well. I found those. There's like a proper plane racing where you get some pretty damn quick aircraft. The plane section, because a lot of it you're just sort of flying like this. I mean, there's some trees. We can go play with some trees, possibly. Probably not a safe idea going to play with some trees. It's just not quite as much fun as fighting your way through rivers with boats, or actually driving the roads with cars. Because, well, I mean, half the point of being up here is there are no real obstacles. You can just kind of go go as the crows fly. As the crow flies. That's the way around. I can English properly. Slightly properly. You guys know by now. Right, so we're coming towards the objective. Also, on the stream, I've acquired another vehicle, which we shall very briefly, we shall see for this particular event, because I was very excited. The vehicles I'm most excited about in this game are these. The good old Jet Sprint boats. It's only like 40,000 as well, which was... it's not bad. You know, not bad price rise. We've got another... There's a lot of photo opportunities hanging around. What does this one want us to do? Another wrecked... Oh, so this... If we can find a paddle wheel? I don't know where one of those is. Oh, is that over there? Sure, you know what? We'll accept this while we're here. We'll go do the event. I think I spot it over there. I know we're going the wrong way, Satnav. You took me across a field. I think the least I can do is go try and make some money off of a photograph. Is that just is that a wrecked one? Or are these all wrecked ones over here? Possibly? There's certainly boats over here, and seeing as where I kind of transformed to you don't really look like a paddle wheel to me. I don't know. Let's go and see if the game reckons they are. Hold on. No, I don't think so. Bugger. Damn. I believe if you do like get the if you do get the if you've got this, so I've got this message sort of pinned. If you spot the whatever target is you are looking for, I think it will ping up green, so it will say that it's within kind of vision range. Maybe not crash into that. I was thinking about kind of trying to jump over it, but maybe they're over there. I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have an explore. Anyway, yes, the Jet Sprints are one of the vehicles I'm most looking forward to playing around with on here. They are such mad vehicles and so agile and crazy in the sort of racing. I hope that we have good enough. Oh, Christ, this is an interesting little game. I hope we have good enough circuits to make the most of these vehicles. I'm not sure I'm really doing a very good job with this. Okay, well this is definitely new. Whoa, okay, we're gonna have to try. I think might have made the right decision going for a Jet Sprint boat for this. We've got to go and try and get the front up a little bit. Maybe get the front up a little bit for that one. It doesn't really steer very well when you got the front up, but you need the front up for some speed. A little bit more speed there. Front up, crash through all of that. But he's respawning. I don't actually have a faintest idea. I'm just like spot 1,000 or 100 point thing, fly towards it. Okay, right. So yeah, they are. There might be some respawning. I might be looping around in different places. For some reason, I read those as 1,000 points, and I don't know why. I don't know why, like, the big target would be 1,000 points and the little ones less. We've got lots of points on this one. I don't know if that means I'm doing well or something, but definitely hit the objective. To 11, almost 12,000. I'm not going to be able to get anything else. Woo! That was a really... I'm glad I had set this as my favourite for the for the boats, because it's... It has done well. We got 4 grand from that. It's just like a fun little distraction part of the game. Oh, and there we go. That was a little something. We got motor core part for this. I think the Jet Sprints are different class to the powerboat. So that one there, you know, that one's PB, so powerboat, Jet Sprints, of course, off-road. I think that's street race, but yeah. So the Jet Sprint won't share parts with the main boats. However, to be fair, that's you might expect that because these are very, very different things. So there we go. That's a little bit of an upgrade on that. Regardless, I mean, this is still my favourite of the vehicles. I think the Jet Sprints, just for sheer weirdness and fun. Ah, there we go. That's got to be the wrecked paddle boat. It looks sunk, whatever it is. I mean, that's upside down. I've only just got here, and there's an upside down boat. That's not a paddle boat, though. That's a giant container ship. Oh, it reckons we're within visual range. Where possibly in visual range? I don't know. There it is. Found it. It was hidden. It was being a sneaky bugger behind the giant wrecked container ship. There it is. So that's going to be another 15,000 for... I don't know if there's any more valuable ones or quite how it works. However... Not going to complain at that. Might always have enough money to go and buy something strange. No, probably not. No, we could get a car, actually. I've seen a boat. I know I can drive on... can we drive along here? We can drive along the wrecked container ship with a hot rod. Perfect! Who needs cargo bobs and so on in GTA 5 when you can just transform your vehicle and traverse around whatever area you might want. I don't know what collisions are going to be like on stuff around here, because I'm probably, funnily enough, I'm probably not supposed to be up here. Can we... Oh no, don't get stuck. Hot Rod, I've stalled. Have I stalled? Have I stalled in a game where... Oh, bugger. I guess we have to rev the nuts off it, and then... It's probably a reason why we shouldn't be on the container ship, but... We'll just spin the wheels. It's not going anywhere. Even if I try and be... Nope, if I try and be careful with it, it's not going to work. I guess we're going to have to reset you, aren't we? Let's go back. Oh, okay, well, it's not the greatest of resets. I guess we'll boat it, and then we'll reset the boat, because it'll put the boat in the water. Perfect! Oh, dear. I know the physics is weird in places. It doesn't always work how you expect. It's just kind of a fun... For me, it's just a fun place to go and explore. It's just a fun world to drive around in. Kind of, it's not quite up there. I say it's not quite up there. It's not quite with, you know, Test Drive Unlimited 2 with the sort of sense of ownership with the dealers and so on, but it has got that just explore and go anywhere nature that made Test Drive brilliant fun despite being a lot wonky in many ways. This is kind of got that, and for me the driving's more palatable. Again, not perfect, but it doesn't make me hate the game. So, or it doesn't make me angry, shall we say. So I'm okay with that. I don't even know where we're going over here. There's a giant container ship. I feel like potential for container ship oval racing is a thing if it lets cars... You might be able to get... I've got a dumb idea. Again, this is why I like games like this, because it just gives me all of the dumb ideas that we might be able to do. Can I land? I should be able to land this. Oh, it's got a little bit... This looks a little bit of a bumpy landing. Oh, crap. I don't think this is going to work. I think we'd have to try... Oh. Hold on, okay, so now if we go car... Because... Oh, really? How is there not enough space? It's perfectly fine. Will it let me put a plane down? Yeah, we'll put a plane right. Okay, so we'll put them exactly the same bloody place. I feel like there is potential for that as an idea, though. I feel like there is potential for that as an idea. For container ship. If we can land the car... It's whether you can fit around the back, that's the question. Whether you can fit around the back of the... I mean, an overtaking will also be very difficult, but, you know... Is there a... Do we reckon there's like enough space there for a car? Maybe not, but... I'm sure we'll find something else suitably stupid.